OpenClaw caused quite a stir last week. There's a religion for agents now. There's a social media site for agents where they can go speak to each other about humans behind our backs. And it also received a lot of hate. There's a lot of people out there saying that OpenClaw is nothing special. It's just existing technology that's been packaged together. They're exactly right, but they're totally missing the point. There's something else that's going on here with OpenClaw, and if you get caught up in all this scuttlebutt that's happening about OpenClaw, you're going to miss the actual value behind this. So that's what I want to talk to you about in this video, is what I think is actually happening with the OpenClaw and what is the real value behind this thing, and where kind of the future of what I call full scope agents, where that's going. This pattern that we're seeing is nothing new. 40 years ago, or maybe even more, when you were programming a computer, you had a physical card that you would take and punch holes in it and feed it into a machine the size of the room. Then they started building programming languages like C, and then later programming languages like Python, which is my favorite programming language. And at each layer, things got more and more abstracted with how you could communicate with this technology, with computers. And at each level, the previous people that had been punch hole coders said to the people that are coding in C or the people that are coding in Python, you're not doing real programming. There's people that called me just a Python scripter, for example. Then things really got off the rails when AI came onto the scene. There's this divide between kind of vibe coding and real coding, whatever that is. You'll have people like me that used to program things in Python telling vibe coders that they're not doing real programming and you'll never be able to build anything substantial with that. And they're right. Right now, you can't pick up a vibe coding tool like Lovable and go build Netflix. But you can build a lot of tools, a lot of good tools, and it's getting better every day. And now we have something called OpenClaw, which is a new layer of abstraction, and that's what I want to tell you about. It's important for us to remember that all software is a way to solve a problem, and whether you're vibe coding or coding in C or Rust, or using something like OpenClaw to build something for you, it doesn't matter if it's a piece of software, it's some sort of solution that solves a problem for you. Let me give you a real example. At the end of last week and over the weekend, Bitcoin took a plunge. I'm a crypto investor and I invest in stocks. So I wanted to know more about this and form a theory for myself. I was on the walk in the frigid cold of Chicago, and I have OpenClaw hooked up to Telegram. I opened up Telegram and I just had a conversation with OpenClaw about what was happening. And this is important. I was thinking I wanted to build a piece of software to go monitor a few things to help inform my worldview of what's happening with gold and silver and the Fed and crypto and the S&P 500. But after having a conversation with OpenClaw, I realized I didn't have to build that software. The thing that's special about OpenClaw is it already has so much context about me. It knows what I'm doing at all times. It knows about my YouTube videos. It knows that I just started this channel. It knows about my investing history. It knows about my investing philosophy. It knows about my financial goals. It also has the ability to go out there and look for new information and synthesize it in a very conversational way and just have a back and forth banter. So there I am walking in the freezing cold talking to Clawbot on my phone about what's happening with Bitcoin. And the special thing is that it has context about me and my goal, or what I call targets. It has the ability to go out and get way more context about the world and the things that matter to my goals and my targets than I ever could, all while I'm on a walk. In fact, I don't even have to be speaking to it. I can literally just tell Clawbot to go think about this stuff for a while and build out some different strategies for me based off what I want. I can have it critique my strategies. So the important thing about Clawbot here is I didn't go out and build a piece of software. Clawbot was able to do this for me, and it knows the things I want to monitor now and what I'm watching, so I can change my investment strategy over the next few days and weeks as things unfold the way I'm predicting that they will unfold with gold and crypto and the stock market and the Fed. So this is my point. And if you've watched this channel a bit, you know that I'm building something called the Build Anything app, and that's what I was working on last week. Then OpenClaw came out. I started working with this, and my thesis behind the Build Anything app is that we're going to move away from the point to where you're telling the agents what to build, and really all you're doing is controlling the context that the agents are aware of, the context about me and the context about the world around them, and you're packaging these things up into problem spaces that you're interested in, and then agents are going to be out there proactively solving these problems for you. That might include building software, that might include just setting up a cron job and to go monitor stuff and give you feedback when something changes. The point is that my problems are going to be solved, and it's not necessarily that I have to go out and code up a new piece of software. That's what's special about Clawbot. It's like halfway built software that's accessible to you at all times, and it's only going to get better. Clawbot's the first iteration of these things. And when you see people getting really hyped and excited about this on the internet, people like me, even though I try not to get too hyped about this, what the real value is that we're excited because we're starting to get glimpses of how technology that already exists is getting packaged together to make solving problems extraordinarily easy and fun for us. I don't know how it's going to happen, but this stuff's going to get packaged up in a way that's going to make it out into the general public here pretty soon. And that is going to cause a real stir, because the user experience of interacting with an agent after you get past installing this stuff in the terminal and all the security scares and worries is phenomenal. There are people out there saying that this is nothing more than autocomplete, and I don't see how anyone could say that. I'm not trying to hype this up at all. I'm just trying to give you a realistic look into the types of conversations and where I think the future of AI development is going. We're not even going to call it AI development in the future. We're just going to call it chatting with a super smart, capable agent or group of agents that can just help you solve real world problems through building software or just answering your questions about the world. So after playing for this with a while now, and I've got it installed on my own Mac Mini machine now, I'm convinced that anybody can install this. There's a million different tutorials. You can open up Claude Code or any of the chat agents and have them walk you through the installation. You can install it on a Mac Mini. You can install it on a virtual machine. You can install it on any server you want. You can install it on a Raspberry Pi. Is it a little dangerous? Yes, it is. It's not for everybody, but if you're the least bit adventurous, I highly recommend you try this out. I'm totally changing the way that I'm building out my Build Anything app because of OpenClaw. So if you want to see what I'm building, go to ericbefore.com. You'll be able to test this stuff out as soon as I get it to a point where it's something I can release to the public. This is like the second week in a row where I went to start building something and a new piece of technology came out that made me have to completely redo the way I'm building this application. I guess that's a good problem to have. Anyway, that's all for today. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.